Ndio imeanza.
Unakinga screen futi. Kabaka unaanza kurekodi hapo. Leo pia watu wengi
Kuja, hakuna mvua.
Karibu ni John. Sasa utakanyaga aje ukimove sasa hivi.
Relax.
Dunga mic.
Nimepik.
Nakumbuka Mali. Mali. Nakumbuka enzi zenu vile haya alikuwa anasema basic. Wewe toa tu hiyo pass vile unatoanga, si mambo ya hiyo kamera yako ni safi kweli? Mani.
Iko on. Ni venye sijaweka hiyo ma TV sijui nini. Iko auto.
Iko auto? Hata mvua tena ibana.
Welcome. This is another Saturday afternoon. We are coming live to you from the Kakamega showground, where Kabras RFC taking on record set of champions Nondies. And we are privileged to have Martin at this place. Maybe he'll be giving us his thoughts on this match. We are the forest. Some people call it rugby park. And Kabras have turned it into a fortress. Last losing here was in 2019. And they are facing history here among other accolades. They are chasing. Currently they are leading 5-0 and maybe just putting Martin loved that. What do you think about the match? The weather has been raining since 12 and it is proving to be a bit challenging, especially the surface. We have seen how much play here against Western Boot. And now we are onto this, maybe Western approach, especially with the weather, and how do you think it's going to impact this match?
I think in the recent time, best record so far.
Maybe which players are you looking up to, like to start out from both sides in today's match?
The inclusion of that's the place there. Don't decide.
End up Let's see what the match has in store for us. Kabras Sugar currently leading 5-0 here at the Katamaga Showground. And we are coming live to you on Scramble Africa TV. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and comment.
Rada, imekata. Haijasema, imeflow sana. Ina show minutes za tangia kitambo.
Hii mic yangu umeweka vizuri.
Sina pick.
Umeweka wrong hole.
Pia nikaa inaenda kuzima
Unaonesha vitu?
iko taki.
Nifaa kustream pia game next show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kakamega Showground. This being the match fitting, it is a repeat of the last year's semi-final where the Sugarmen managed a 45-6 win. Marlin was part of that technical bench, and I think they have made a change on the forwards because Collins Indeche is on the pitch right now. He was not listed to start today, but right now he's on the pitch. Playing on the open side. He's playing on the blind side, and Alfred Orega is on the is on the open side. I'll let you know some of the changes that have been made early on. Kabras have been plagued by injuries this season, hence the sudden changes that you are seeing in the squad. If you're just joining us, this is the Scrummage Africa. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and invite friends to also follow this action live. We are with Marlin Mkolwe, former Kabras assistant coach. He was here when they won the forfeit, and today he's with us in the commentary booth. He'll be sharing some of his thoughts in today's matches. I'll be giving you updates on what is going on in other fields as we move on. Last year or last season, when Nondies came here, they managed to stretch Kabras to just a 7-3 win. In that match, they scored fast, and it was almost the same period of the season. Where we are heading into the tougher matches. Already at KCB Sports Club, at Nakuru SK Showground in Nakuru County, we have KCB taking on Menengai Oilers in the top of the table clash. Here, it is the repeat of the last year's semi-final. Same to Nakuru Showground, when it was like this last season. Menengai Oilers and Kabras went on to win. A line out there by Kabras. Fumbles, but they managed to keep on possession. Lukusi plays in Barry Robinson, who boots it out for a line out. If you're just joining us, this is the Scrummage Africa. And we are coming live to you from the ASK showground in Kakamega. They call it the Rugby Park. Others call it the Forest. And as I told you, Kabras have turned it into a fortress. Maybe Malin Mkolwe, early minutes of the game, almost 10 minutes, almost 15 minutes, Kabras leading by 5 points. Is it something that maybe you expected as this match commenced?
Yeah, I think the weather also has taken a toll on the players. It's a bit slow, but as more the players are playing, they're settling into the game. And a ball lost forward by Nondies.
Maybe if you are the coach, how different would you have approached this match, especially with the weather? The Nondies coach, how do you have approached it with the weather and maybe with the level of quality that Kabras has?
I think so far Nondies are doing well to stay in this game. They are playing a very territorial game, and I think the weather also has some disadvantage for the Kabras side on set pieces because it's a slippery ground. And yeah, I guess Nondies are still doing enough to hold on into this game. Just wait and see how long they'll hold on to this.
Okay. Some of the changes have seen Mike Mreithi start for the first time for his childhood club. Same to Mike Lukusi, starting at number 9 for the first time. He was one of the highly rated players at high school level just 2 years ago, winning the most valuable player at the school games. And now he's here making his first K Cup appearance at Kakamega Showground for Kabras Sugar. He has been playing at fullback, at fly-half, and now he starts at scrummer for the first time in Kenya Cup. And maybe such a changes have happened in history and in different parts, and we see players end up getting used to new positions and adapting. So let's see how Lukusi is going to adapt and how Mike Mreithi is going to adapt. Penalty for Nondies. Everything so far being just a 5-point gap. Everything will be going to according to plan. Walter Koth has been one of the outstanding players this season. Alfred Orege, he finds himself on the open side wing. Maybe has he forgotten his position? I don't know. It is something that we'll wait and see. Offloads in contact. Sifuna there, the current Kabras captain, closing that track. Barry Robinson plays in Walter Koth. Walter Koth swings to find Griffin Chow. Griffin Chow on the outside, dives over, and the referee blows the whistle, signaling a try for Kabras Sugar. They now move to 10 points. With a conversion to come, Eric Cantona missed the opening conversion. Let's see what he's going to do at this point. And maybe with Dukisa still missing in action, Malin Mkolwe, I think Cantona now has to step up.
Yeah, he definitely has to step up. But I think he is good enough for the job, considering he is the current leading scorer in the entire league. So it means he's doing his job right. And he's also a national team player, so I guess it's the right time for him to step into those big boots.
Okay, Eric Cantona there on your screen, cutting a figure of concentration, seeking to go for that conversion. He started his career at Western Bulls and did well to help them survive the chop during their second season in Kenya Cup, because the first season in Kenya Cup there was no relegation, and now he's here, won Kenya Cup last season, starting in that final. It was his first final to start in, and now he is here as the Kabras dependable kicker. Griffin Chao back to the fold, starting for the first time this year. He started in the Eric Shal Shield versus Menengai Oilers and ended up picking up an injury in that. After picking an injury in that, he has stayed out of action for a while. $10 points for the Sugarmen. Seems they are on course to pick that 50th consecutive Kenya Cup win. I don't know if there's a team that has done that. Maybe I'll be talking to Paul Okongo to confirm if there's one, but so far Kabras are on 49 consecutive wins before this match. Also to inform you that for Carlos Kachwa, it is his 48th Kenya Cup match in charge as head coach. He has lost none. What a record for the South African tactician. Came in as a forwards coach and a coach Mula, and later took over the shoes after they won the first Kenya Cup title, and since then he has delivered 3 consecutive Kenya Cup titles, 2 seasons going unbeaten, and this season he only has 2 matches again to write another record. Kabras bullying Nondies in the scrum, but they managed to keep possession. Beautiful display there by Nondies. They lose the ball forward, but there's a penalty against the Sugarmen. This match started a bit early because of the weather in Kakamega. It's been drizzling since 12:30, and the weather is gloomy. But again, as Marlin said, a perfect weather to allow these players make those runs. Sheunda trims the gap to 7 points with that kick. And Marlin, just to give you the statistics, Nondies have been able to cross the 20-point mark once in this fixture. They have only crossed the 20-point mark once in this fixture, and that was when they lost 40-20 to Kabras Sugar. I'll be giving you a run through the fixtures just to let you know that since beating Kabras Sugar 18 2014 in Nairobi during their first season. That was in January 2015. Nondies are yet to beat Kabras again. Since then, that was January 2015, they are yet to beat Kabras again. Now it's almost 13 consecutive wins for Kabras Sugar in this fixture. As they get a penalty there, the man in dreadlocks, he's donning jersey 14 today, call him Matthias Osimbo. Maybe Marlin, talk of Matthias Osimbo, how maybe changed has he been, because last season he struggled a bit with form after returning from injury. You told me a backstory that he nearly even quit the game. Now he's back strong. How or what does it take maybe for a player to pick up himself like the way he did?
It's a good thing to see Matthias Osimbo back to the form he is in right now. He's put in a number of points by the way this season, and it's good seeing him back in the first team, in first team quality. The good thing with him, he's still a young lad. He still has the future in him. So for him to bounce back from injury, it's a really good thing, because it's really devastating. Most players we've lost quality players due to injuries, but seeing Matthias Osimbo back in the form he is in right now, it means there's a lot of good work going on behind the scenes, and I really wish to see him back in the national colors, because he is that quality player who can really give us something in the national team. Yeah.
Okay, that is for Matthias Osimbo. Kabras again conceding a penalty in a very promising area. This has happened several times whenever they play Nondies, and that is how Nondies managed to pick the 7-3, which was one of the closest results in this fixture. I was telling you that I'll be running you through the results, or previous results between Kabras Sugar and Nondies. And just to go through some of the results that have been witnessed in this fixture. The first meeting I told you in 2015 ended 16-18, Nondies winning that one. And then we had Kabras Sugar winning the second fixture 47-8. The third fixture they won 53. The fourth fixture they won 31-15. They won 40-20 against Nondies. The only match that I'm telling you that Nondies managed 20 points. And then we have that 41-5, 40-15, 52-6, 28-0. We also have a 26-10, 40-0, 37-9, 7-3, and a 45-6, which was in the semi-final last season. So that has been the case for Kabras Sugar in this Kenya Cup run against Nondies. 13 consecutive wins is what the Sugarmen have been able to achieve in 14 matches that they've played against Nondies, and managing such a feat against all-time leading Kenya Cup champions Nondies, who have picked 17 titles. Then it means they are doing something good. Olukosi plays in, the captain of the club, Eugene Sifuna, who drives their loose ball. Referee notices that, and it seems Kabras Sugar, Marlin, are making mistakes in the zone that they are supposed to be scoring and being that clinical.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's just another story of deja vu, considering the last fixture, which was here, the 7-3 fixture we're talking about. It was the same case witnessed. Like Kabras had the dominance, set-piece dominance, territory, a number of good opportunities, but I guess not taking the opportunities made Nondies settle into the game. And that's the same scenario we're watching here, because Nondies have only gotten to Kabras territory once, and they have 3 points in this game. I think it's a high time for the Kabras to take this game as a big game and convert the penalties, because they just lost a ball off a penalty, which it's a 3 points on offer for them. They have a good kicker in Cantona. They have Lukusi, who's also a kicker. They have Barry. I guess kicking the scoreboard ticking will also help them settle into this game way better.
Okay.
Yeah,
it will help them settle in this game as we approach the later stages of the first half. I'll be reading some of your comments. Tell us which team do you think is going to win here, and how many points do you think maybe they are going to score against each other. Reading some of your comments. Ursula says she's watching this from Greece, and she says good luck for Nondies. Simon Ndua is happy with the try that Kabras have scored. Morris says hata laka iwasaidii. Joshua Imo says tunataka 50. And Nancy Lucia is happy to see Chao and Mulinge and more. So the comments, keep them coming. Remember to subscribe, like and share, and invite friends to watch this match. We are coming live to you from the Kakamega Showground, home to Kabras Sugar. And today it has rained, and historically, or in the past, Kabras fans used to believe whenever it rains, it pours tries for Kabras. And it happened during the first season. Marlin, if you remember, several times when they came to the city, it used to rain from morning to evening, and it was like they had some mazingaombwe.
Yeah, it was so, but I guess it's just that they've trained more under the weather, so they settle into the game better when it rains. Yeah, maybe it hasn't started pouring yet, or maybe it's not raining right now, but I guess let's wait and see. It's a game of 80 minutes, and Nondies are still just hanging on, because so far they're being dominated in terms of forward movement, in terms of territory, set piece dominance. It's just a matter of how long they'll hold on to it, because eventually too much defending gets a burnout on the players. Considering they're on the road, it also takes a toll on them, traveling all the way to Kakamega. And yeah, let's wait and see if it will pour.
Okay. Yeah, many fans who have supported Kabras from the word go remember that rainy evening at Impala Club. That was in 2016, where they won the first ever Kenya Cup title during their second season. It was a shocker results for many. And then that season, I think Impala had the best backline that we had ever seen in the Kenya Cup campaign. Marlin, maybe you got to play with some of them in that season.
Yeah. I guess Impala had a very quality side, considering the number of experienced players they had in that team, like the likes of Kinaneto. I think Consomo used to play back at Impala back in the day. Sami Oliech, they had very quality players. Quinto still surviving among the lot. And maybe the rain played its part, but Kabras also had a very quality side. They had the likes of Kinakubu, Kinatanga. They had a very solid forward play. Fabian Orlando, by the way, Fabian Orlando was just from winning the Kenya Cup with KCB. Mark Sadaka playing at forwards. Yeah, I think despite the rain, Kabras also had a very quality side, and it was just their second season in Kenya Cup. Having such a performance, I think, was something for the history books. Yeah.
Something for the history books, says Marlin. And we also had another rainy evening at Kenya Harlequin. I think that is when they eliminated Queens to feature in the first final. And then there was another rainy evening at KCB at Jamhuri Showground, where they knocked out Homeboys. That Homeboys squad was a big a squad and a very strong squad, but they managed to eliminate them courtesy of a sudden death. And now they are here. They have already won several Kenya Cup titles. Nondies respond with the kick. Chao is in that space to hold that possession. Fans urging him to run. Patrick Lumumba, who is the top scorer this season with the ball in hand there. And Kabras now approach that 22-meter line. Hilario Diambo, one of the players who played so much last season, he's there to score, but the scrum half, Alex, was in the right place to stop him. What a brilliant, maybe try-saving tackle from the scrum half.
Yeah, it's moments like this that define the game, and that made them survive. They're still 7 points down. that could be a very defining moment in this game, because I think if Kabras had scored that one, put in the extra 2, I think this game would have started slipping away from them. But now with such a quality save, but those are the magical moments of the game, which come at the end of the day to decide the fate of the game.
Kabras again on attack. Derek Ashundu in action there. Kenyan international. He started his career at Western Bulls. Olukusi with the pass there. Plays in Hilario Diambo. Olukusi with a quick release to find Captain Sifuna. Kabras now hoping to play in Asuman Mugerwa, Ugandan international. Though last season they dropped him at a very crucial stage. When we were in Kampala, he was there in town just watching. As Kabras consider another penalty, maybe they will need to be now clinical when they get to this 22, because it is the same thing that happened last season in that 7-3 match, as well as that semi-final match, despite winning 45 points.
Yeah, very true. And I think Nondies have learnt a thing on how to survive, because clearly in this game, whatever it is that they're doing is just surviving at the moment. And maybe they hope Kabras will get frustrated at the end of the day, because having they have a very poor conversion rate in this game so far. In terms of territory, I think Kabras maybe have a 70% margin territorial dominance, but they are not converting that into points, which with Nondies, now they are still surviving. They're still surviving, and if they survive that scare and get a point where the current shifts and they have the territory, maybe they'll key in points, and who knows, an 80-minute game, it can go either way. I think it's a high time Kabras start thinking of other options, because I think for them, once they start converting their dominance into points, Nondies will give in. Psychologically, I think it has an effect on the players. Once you start conceding, your morale, the team morale starts to dip. But every moment you survive a scare, the confidence grows each and every moment. I think it's a high time Kabras start converting the points they on offer.
Okay. Some of the comments, I can see Joseph Okinda says Nondies did a 5 feet and it is the most successful club. Yes, they're the most successful club, but I'm not sure how many consecutive wins they managed in Kenya Cup. That is something that I wanted to gather, because Kabras are en route to register one of the longest winning streaks that I know, because KCB during Marlin's tenure, when he was there as a player, they only managed 16 consecutive matches unbeaten. I think Impala destroyed their winning streak because they drew 9-9 at some point. So they only managed an unbeaten run of 16 matches. Paul Abuto says with a margin of 50, it is how it will end. Kabras taking time to settle down. As usual, floodgates open, and it will rain on Nondies thoroughly, especially in the second half. Kabras will win this definitely. That is former Kabras backs coach Paulo Abuto. And then we have Walu Steve Adrian, who says the boys are playing well. The game is still young. I like the young boy Lukusi. Keep the comments coming and keep on subscribing, liking and sharing, and inviting friends to watch this. I'll be giving you updates from other venues as they flow in. I think it's only 15 minutes into the other matches that have kicked off across the country, so I'll be taking you through the updates as time moves. I know many of the guys are interested in knowing how it is going down there in Nakuru. Yes, I'll be giving you the updates. Already, USIU are leading, and this is 19-8 against Min Machine. This means it's going to be difficult for Western Bulls, especially at this point of the season, because they lost here and now USIU are winning. So just to give you other updates across the country, Nakuru lead against Kisumu RFC 10 points to 3, and then Kabras are leading 10-3 here in the Ngong Road Derby, which Kenya Harlequin have dominated in the recent past. They lead, Impala lead 5-0, and then we have KCB leading 7-5 at Nakuru ASK Showground in the other fixture that is being played. Nondies had a break there. The scrum of Alex bringing them close. This could be their second visit, and should they be clinical, they'll be exiting with some points. Just to share or to let you know some of the crucial moments in this match is that Kabras have averaged at least 35 points, 0.9, while Nondies have an average of 7 points, 8.4 points in this encounter. In the last 14 meetings, this being the 15th meeting between these two sides. On your screens there, that is the average, as Nondies decide to go for 3 points. Calvin Sheunda going for those 3 points, and should he manage to kick, he'll be trimming the gap to just 4 points. Unfortunately, he misses that kick. So it's the halftime break there. I think it's a result that Nondies will be happy with going to halftime. Halftime analysis coming up soon. We'll be back with the halftime analysis in a short span. Okay, Nondies still in possession following that kick. Sifuna going, putting his body on the line there in that tackle. They decide to go for a kick behind the defense. Well read by Chao and young man Lukusi. He manages to hold tight on that rack. You can't believe he was playing high school rugby few days ago or few months ago. Barry with the kick, and Nondies will still be in that territory. This match seems to be tighter than maybe a number of fans would have expected. Marlin says tighter than Taveta. A line out for Nondies, thrown by Mutuku, former Kabras player. He was here before making a move to Nondies. Interesting that he's still playing up to this point. He has played for the Legends, by the way. That is Mutuku in jersey number 2, putting on that headgear. Oilers pulling back. It's now 16. It's now 16-10 in Nakuru. Nondies still in possession, but the referee has spotted a forward pass, and it will be a scrum for Kabras. They made late changes. Asuman starting. Mureithi was given time to rest following his travel from Nakuru, but he will be thrown in today for that encounter, as Lukusi still holding as Kabras drives that scrum. An offside, and Kabras decide to go to the corner. Eh?
45-60.
A line out. Deep in the zone. This time round, I think Kabras will need to be clinical. They have wasted a number of chances. Reading some of the comments, Mwangi Dennis says, good job scrummage. Calvin Sherunda. Kevin Vafula says, Calvin Sherunda, Teremi boys is heavy. Yen Barak is wondering the match has kicked off at 4. It's not kicking off at 4 p.m. And then Lewis Tereni is wondering at the results. The results right now at KCB, between KCB and Nondies is 16-10. Michael Magona is also following. And Mbenge says kukinyesha itakuwa mbaya. So keep the comments coming as Kabras Sugar get another penalty. The coach has decided to throw in Roy Maruti, another youngster. He managed to break into the first team following his completion of high school. At that point, Kabras were missing the likes of Brian Tanga and Barry Robinson to injuries last season, giving him a chance to play. And since then, he has owned that number 9. This young man is the captain of Kenya Under-20, donning jersey number 21 today. He captained Kenya Under-20 to, I think, a second place finish in the Rugby Bats Cup. And he's here at his age almost 20 years, he has already won Kenya Cup. I would like to ask the viewers, what were you doing at 20? Give us the prediction on the comment section. And just to give you some of the trends as they prepare for that one, Kabras have scored 40 points or more in 7 of the 14 matches played against Nondies. Nondies have been held to only single digits in 9 out of 14 fixtures. And as I told you, their average has been 8.4 points. And then Nondies, the closest they came was in 2015. Not 2015 last season, but they beat Kabras in 2015. That was the last time they beat Kabras. So Kabras again visit the 22, failed to come out with points. Something that Coach Carlos Kachwa on the stand behind there, the try box, is not happy with. He can say they have been wasteful in this encounter, conceding penalties in crucial zones. And Kabras there dive over for the try, finally breaking that long deadlock that has been here. They move to 15 points. With a conversion to come. Griffin Chao there crossing over for Kabras Sugar. He was the top try scorer last season. In one of the matches, he scored 7 tries against Kisumu. Kabras will be hoping that that try will propel them to greater heights and open up the match. Eric Cantona, conversion misses today. He seems to have left his kicking boots at home. But he will be happy that now they have opened the gap. Malim Kole, finally, Kabras get the third try that they have looked for it for more than 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think in the second half, Kabras have learnt a thing or two, because that is the first visit they have had in the Nondies territory, and they've clocked in points. I think one thing that they need to now focus on a bit clinically is the conversion rate of the 2 extra points, because I think they come to matter in some way. Right now it will have been a 21-3 game, which is a sin-off game, but there's a good thing happening. The momentum has shifted, and I've seen the introduction of Roy Maruti into the team. He brings in some element of experience because he's started regularly this season. He's a good scorer, he's a good attacker with the ball, and he has...
I love his support play, by the way.
Yeah. He's a very quick young lad. He's very fast.
Okay. Sifuna had a big gain there. He's the captain of this team. Obviously, he has won the Enterprise Cup with this team 2 times in a row. So, as a captain, so he has won 4 Enterprise Cup titles, but 2 consecutive as a captain. Last year, George Nyambua was present because there was no Simba's assignment. Some of the comments, Victor Musombi says, good job, scrummage. Then Breti Kiaye says, it is now 15-16 at Nakuru SK Showground. Dominic Mtai says, thanks for bringing us the game. He believes that the Naona, it's very wet and slippery back at home. We pardon the small handling mistakes. And then Big Stepper is asking about the KCB and Nondi and Menengai Oilers game. Oluoch says kazi safi scrummage. Dumbo Kanono says, he's answering. That is their banter there online. James Okinda says, it is Oilers 15-16. Oilers started poorly. So those are some of the updates from different parts of the country. I'll be giving you the comments as the results from other venues. But just to show you on the screens there, the point tally across the matches. We have Kabras Sugar scoring 501 points in this fixture before today in the 14 matches that they have played, and Nondies have only managed 118 points in this fixture, meaning Kabras have a difference of plus 83 points, and as I told you, they have an average of 35 points to 8, with Nondies having an average of 8 points, 8.4 points in this fixture. As Kabras go there for another try from Walter Okoth, they stretch the lead to 20 points. They'll be happy that they move to 20 points. Cantona this time round will be hoping to get that kick right. A gloomy evening here at Kakamega Showground. As Cantona goes for that kick, maybe 20 points is something that is a breather, and they have a bonus. Malin Mkolwe.
Yeah, they've already secured a bonus point, and now that's the maximum points you can get in the game, considering they're still top of the table. And now they can settle, they can breathe, enjoy some good rugby, and with the enjoyment comes the points. From here, I guess Nondies are going to look down a bit. That's my prediction, and let's wait and see. Maybe the 50-point buffer will get to that. But unfortunately, with this rate of missed conversions, it will be hard for the accumulation of points to get to 50. But let's wait and see.
Okay. Calvin Sheunda, I was told on the comment section he was at Teremi Boys. Goes for that kick, plays in Orege. Marlin reminding us that Orege played as a flanker while still at Min Machine.
Yeah, he was the captain at Min Machine. He used to play 8th man, back row flanker. He used to play at back row. So it's not a strange position for him altogether.
Okay. Maruti plays in Barry, who sleeps, and his kick also sleeps. And Nondies have a line out in Kabras 22 on that 22-meter line. Just to remind you to keep subscribing, liking, and sharing.
Yeah, we are here now. Yeah, what do you talk about? Your fans.
And a line out by Frank Mutuku. Well taken by Steve Odhiambo. Plays in. That is a substitution going by his jersey. How clean it is. Nondies still driving. Nondies still pushing. That is Omondi Roni, former Kenya under-20. Sifuna and Asuman Mugeru are trying to roll away. Alex plays in. Fumbles with the ball. The referee says, keep play on. Nondi still pushing. A penalty for Kabras Sugar. And that is what Marlin has been talking about. Good defense, win new matches.
pale Oilers tuko TLL.
Frank Mwangi. Kabras Sugar crossover for another try at the corner there. That is Eric Cantona after missing the kicks. He responds with the try, meaning he'll be stretching his lead as the top point scorer this season. Mabango Nyikuri disagreeing that Orege never captained Mean Machine. Those are some of the comments on the comment section. Keep them coming. Keep them coming and keep subscribing and liking. Remember, we are able to come live to you thanks to Suburb Studios in Kakamega. They are the people who fuel us and ensure that we manage to honor some of these matches. And if you are willing to support us, you can also support through the number pinned on the comment section. And if you come to Kakamega, remember to visit Suburb Studios. There are some of our supporters and sponsors who ensure that we cover these rugby matches live to you. And they come to you free to air. Also, thanks to Scrummage Baba in Kakamega, we are able to honor these matches, and they are the best grooming partner in this town. So if you are in Kakamega, remember to pass by Scrummage Baba and you'll be given the best ever treatment and a sharp cut that will ensure that if you go to that interview room, you are looking first 5 minutes. I forgot. Frank Mutuku with the line out taken by Steve Odhiambo. He's met with Sifuna. It's turning dark here in Kakamega because of the weather, and that could be the reason why it started at 4 p.m. as Eric Cantona goes for that tackle. Nondies dive over, but the referee has to make some consultations. Before making a decision, as Samuel Molo is thrown in and Eric Cantona steps out to rest, ready for next week's business. He'll be one of the players that Kabras will be banking on next week for that crucial assignment at KCB Sports Club. The captains are being talked to. And Roy Maruti taking that ball, it means there was an infringement before that scrum. I'm told he did not cross the try line, so it is a scrum for Kabras with Roy Maruti with the ball in hand. And on your screens there, some of the biggest margins that Kabras have been able to win with. They managed a 53, that was a 50-point margin. Other dominant wins include a 52-6, a 47-8, a 45-6 last season in the semis, and a 41-5. I think the 45-6, it should be the biggest semi-final win in Kenya Cup since 2014. Has Kabras put the ball out of play to exit their 5 or their danger zone. Just to let you know that in the last 14 meetings, that has been the tally, and this match is yet to produce a draw. Alex with the ball in hand. Nondies sniff that try-meter line. Still chasing the try is Nondies. Kabras won't be happy or have not been happy with the conceding that they have conceded in the last few matches and are hoping now to avoid another try in this campaign. But Nondies keep on knocking and keep on pushing. For those supporting us, thank you very much. A long pass there to Fidel Stoney, who dives over and gives Nondies the opening try. Only 8 seated. Mbona imekata sasa? Sasa unajua nini moto hii? Sasa juu hii inatumia hiyo internet. Sasa hiyo ndio internet nayo lazima tikwe power. Tena sieti. Sio mafuta imeisha. Si niliongeza but bad. Niliongeza lakini wapi?
Oh, that's a penalty.
Mpaka ifiki hiyo kuwaka slowly lazy inakula sana. Maybe hiyo kuwaka lazy inakula sana.
Kuwaka?
Hiyo lazy.
Kupati. Kupati kabisa.
Second half tumeenda sana kweli.
Imeenda.
Inaweza kuwa 20 minutes gone.
Even more.
Nafaa kumaliza. Hata simu yangu sasa inacha. 25-8 Marlin Mkolwe. Nondies are in their zones because at least 9 matches have ended below or 9 points or below.
Yeah, I think Nondies, as we said, will look for any reason to put up a fight. And it's clear they're surviving and they're still in this game. I think 3 tries from them, all converted. They're still back in this with the close to 15 minutes or so or more left to play. I think we are still in for it. The game is still open for anyone.
20 minutes gone. The man there in jersey 14, call him Fidence Tony. He was the scorer of that try. And Kabras have a man down injured. That is Clinton Litali. He came on as a substitute. Walter also stretching his muscles. Apologies for the disconnection, but we are back. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing, and inviting friends to enjoy this. This is Scrummage Africa TV. And at Scrummage, rugby is our passion. Oh, it's Jackton also, and not Litali. He came on as a substitute.
Litali bado ako bench. Kabaka, Litali bado ako bench.
In Kisii were leading 14-9 against JKUAT. One of the shocking results of the weekend. Litali is now on. I think they are having a challenge here of injuries, the Sugarmen. But they are moving despite the depleted numbers that they have in terms of injuries. Booted out. And go straight to trouble someone's car. I think during one of the KCB matches, I'm informed that Levi Amunga's kick broke somebody's windscreen. That is the damages that come with rugby, but it is always fun. Big carry there from Nondies. Number of new or fresh blood coming on. If it stays this way, Kabras stay top of the table, regardless of this result that we or what is happening at Nakuru SK Showground. As they are pulled back to the penalty spot. They decide to go to the corner because at least one try, a converted one, will give them hope of coming back in this game. Tight scores across the country. Nakuru lead against Kisumu 2010, putting Kisumu now in a very difficult situation heading to the last two matches of the season. Kabras here leading late in the closing half of the match, 25 points to 8. Kenya Harlequin, as usual, they are doing well in that Ngong Road derby, leading 22-8. They have dominated that Ngong Road derby in recent years. Strathmoleos pulling as usual, or going for that routine win against Masinde Muliro University, currently leading 18-5. Daystar lead 10-6 against Kenyatta University, and Menengai Oilers trail KCB 19 points to 5. Marlin, what do you think about the results so far?
Oilers 19-5.
Oilers trailing KCB. The KCB lead 19-5.
19-5 or 19-15.
19-15, I mean.
Oh, 19-15. Nah, still early to call because most of these matches, the second halves are just getting to start. It will be an interesting time to see how Oilers will try to bounce back from that trail. Black Blood versus Daystar, I think it's too early to call. Just one score away and the game is still in a balance. Shocking results, Kisii versus JKUAT. Who knew?
But maybe JKUAT are saving the best for the last.
Not really. Kisii has always not been an easy place to go to, so I think JKUAT are not immune to that. But yeah, it's a good result. Interesting to see how the table will turn out eventually, because now I think everyone has lost a match at the championship, and Mwamba have won their match against Zitek. So let's see how these playoffs bath turn out to play.
Okay. Kisumu maybe having it difficult because losing that one now means they must win the last two matches and hope.
Wow. For Kisumu, maybe it will be a fight too late. I don't see them bouncing back from this. If the game ends as they are without getting even a losing bonus out of this, I don't think it will be an easy ride for the remaining two matches for them. Yeah.
And fun enough, they have, I think, to play Queens. They had to play Queens, who have won today. So a lot of work to do there. Kabras have made more changes. Murithi, who was supposed to start, he's now in. He was changed last minute, and he is now in to start. And then they have thrown out Asuman Mugerwa. They have brought in Emmanuel Otieno, who looks clean, like how the goalkeepers look in some of the matches.
Yeah. Against in conditions like this, I think the jersey differentiates who's just come in and who started. But I think there's still some time to play, roughly 10 minutes to play. Good experience for the young lads like Murithi coming into the ranks. Gibson Perez is also in. He's a seasoned player, but maybe tough competition in the position he's playing. But now he's had his chance to play for the team. Let's see how he dons the jersey. Yeah.
Okay. You need to try. Amenyoa kipara hiyo. Game over. Tolo.
Konje watu wanasemaje?
Oilers 1915. 1915.
Oilers 19.
Ina tele.
Na ikiwa mix.
Tena mshie hiyo niongee na. Wetuku. Nikikata inapiga wewe. Hapa chini. Sikuje tu hapa kidogo.
Jana boys.
Come